You got to get that mental health. You know, God is Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Ooh. Listen, I got it. My puppy's right there. I'm sleepy and tired, and this thunder woke me up in the middle of the night. Honey. So I'm normally not afraid of weather. I'm normally not afraid of thunder, but that thunder in the middle of the night, it made me jump up and say, "Okay, Lord." It made me jump up and give it a pause. That's all I can say.
Jesus, is that you?
It made me jump up and give it a pause.
Lord, is that you, Jesus?
It
God, you're giving.
It did. Like I said, weather don't normally scare me. It does not, but I jumped up with that one. I jumped up with that thunder. It was just very loud.
It thundered, roared.
It did. It roared. It roared.
Made you believe. Made a believer. Make some believers out of us.
It just, you know, I know people that are like literally scared of thunder, like they're like that's a thing. But it made me understand that plight a little bit more, I want to say, in the middle of the night.
So I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm glad I only have to do a couple of Zoom interviews this morning, and the field work is over. The field work for work is over. So that's always a good thing. As soon as my coffee finished, I'm about to go get my coffee, and I got some cup cam this morning.
Okay, I'm excited. Because I'm like, you know, I just know that we are trying to get ourselves back in rotation, back in the wang and the swang, because we've been out on a break. Yeah. We break. We took care of ourselves. I don't care what nobody say, Kristi. We took care of ourselves.
Spring breaked.
Mm-hmm. You know,
everybody.
It teaches balance. It teaches you balance. I want to show you my gift that I received.
Let's go with your gift. Oh, let me see. Oh, I love those baskets like that.
Mm-hmm. So this is a BB purse. It's pink, of course. This is from LaTanya.
Is that a purse? Let me see.
Yes, that's it's a BB purse.
I love that. I love that.
So she took this purse and made it a whole basket. See, that's when you know you got some talent.
I like that.
Take the purse and make it what it do. And so she know I love beautiful flowers, the kind that will not die. And She put me an outfit in there. You know, I love me some Bath and Body Works. She say, well, since you didn't have the strawberry shortcake party, I wanted to make sure you at least had the strawberry Bath and Bodies. I said, oh, okay, yes, ma'am. She say, and I know you like some good candies and popcorn, so make sure I have that in there. And this is things. So I just love the fact that someone has taken our time to listen to what I be saying. That be the part for me, Kristi. So thank you so much. Thank you, Lady D, for this beautiful basket. Latanya Hall Demerson, thank you so much for this. Pretty. And she came to hang out with me in the yard. So I thank her for that. So that's my gift from Latanya. And I'm excited about lunch today.
Yes.
I'm excited about that lunch. I've been thinking about that cheesecake all week long.
What?
Girl, listen.
Not all week.
All week. It's been on my mind. All week.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm just basking in the thoughts of how it's gonna be. The key lime mango.
You get your get your piece of cheesecake.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a piece of cheesecake. I'm gonna do that.
I think I've been to Cheesecake Factory the whole time I've lived in Houston, which is I believe 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I've been to the Cheesecake Factory 4 times.
What?
4 times in my 15 years. I probably can count the times on one. I can count the times on my hand and probably tell you when and where I went. And for the occasion, that's how.
What's going on, Tangela? Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Tangela. We have Betty Boop.
There we go. Betty
Boop. I have some mugs coming in. I have a custom one coming in. It's being made.
I am Kristi, Michelle.
It's being created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we need to see that every morning.
But
every morning. I like the Betty Boop. I like the Betty Boop mug. I like that one.
Betty is one of my
M&M. You know, M&M's is one of my faves.
Yes.
Betty Boop is in a strong third, but the M&M's
Betty Boop can't go wrong with me with Betty Boop. Betty Boop and Zeta. Betty Boop and Zeta. Anything will get me smiling. I'm trying. Ladybugs have been capturing my attention again.
I like that robe there.
Let me tell you something.
Is it a robe? Is that a top? What is that? That's cute.
No, it's a robe. It's a robe.
Girl, I mess around and wear that as a top. You can tuck that in and put a belt on with some pants.
Well, it's a robe. Like the whole thing, you can tell like it's a robe. But
right.
I didn't even get this here. This came out of a shop in Detroit, actually. A shop in Detroit. Yes. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. Amazing.
That's nice. Let's keep moving. I like that. That's nice. So, so I put on that Friday. It's a Friday recap. Hey, everybody that's coming in. Watch y'all say good morning. Come on and like, tag, and share. I know we've been on vacation. I know. Y'all been chilling hard. We've been doing our self-care. Celebrate April. We're back in the saddle. It's time to get back busy. Doing what we got to do. Making sure you guys are getting your morning flavor, information, and everything that you need. The good conversation as you're driving to work. So go on and like, tag, and share this video. Go in on and let somebody know that we're back on the Early Bird Encouragement Chat with Nikki and Kristi. Michelle, we're back in the business. Come on now. Help us out there. So today is Friday. So let's just talk about, Kristi, how we prepare ourselves so much into this Friday. So this is what it is and what it's meant for me this week.
Okay.
I've been really getting back into the routine of my everyday life living. You know how people be saying that a vacation, you need a vacation to a vacation.
Yeah, you do.
What is it really, honestly? Let's just really dive into that as far as when you go on vacation and you find yourself, because I'm right now in the planning stages for my youngest kid, her vacation, birthday vacation, right? And so I was talking to her mom yesterday, and I said, we gonna need to be this ain't gonna be no vacation. This gonna be a very much a party of preparing ourselves. Well,
yeah,
it's gonna be something else. We gonna have something else going on. We gonna be tired, and then gonna need a vacation. Her vacation. That's what I was telling my daughter's mom, and I was like, "Girl, we're gonna need a vacation to vacation because this kid." And you know what? I can't blame nobody but myself because her thoughts of how she wants a vacation, it's just it's been instilled in her. So it's like she's not budging. She's like, huh? When I was like, I found myself doing this here, Kristi. I had to grab myself because I was like, Jay, this. Let's see, say, I'm about to leave you and Jay. You know what I'm saying? So I found myself saying this here, Kristi, because I've never told her. So I said, Jay, it costs about okay, Jay, look fine. That's fine. I have never said those words to this child. Never have I ever said to her, but Jayla, it's gonna cost us. I've never said that. And before I was getting ready to go on and finish that statement, I said, okay, Jay. All right, Jay. Okay, don't worry about it. We'll work through it. Because in her mind, she's like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. All of what you saying, ma'am, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I was like,
look, okay, all of that's fine, but still, when we going?
right. Because I'm like doing a check down of where you want to go. Like to find out in Atlanta, she wants to go to the Trap Museum. Well, it's $20, $22 to get in with a line. And then she say, Kristi, they jump from Florida to Georgia.
I mean, Atlanta's nice too. Florida is nice too. You better get to Florida before hurricane season.
She wanted to go from Florida.
Upon us.
She wanted to go to LA, New York, LA, Florida, Georgia. This is like
you inconsistent. Pick one.
And so I was like, okay, kid, let's figure this out. But she wanted to go to the Trap Museum. It's $22 to stand in the line, but then you're gonna pay $20 to skip the line. Then you're gonna pay $20 to park. I said, Jesus, we already spent $300 right there in one spot.
Well, yeah.
And that ain't even including no meal. Then
nope.
I was like, okay, then she wants to go. I was like, well, it gotta be education. You gotta go see MLK. There ain't no way you gonna go to Georgia and not go see the Kings. You gonna go see them Kings.
That's right.
But then you gotta get there early to get in line to go into the King's house.
Everywhere you're gonna have to get in early.
You gotta get up early. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds like we're gonna be up at some 7s.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Because then you gotta drive through Atlanta.
Excuse me. Thank you.
You gotta drive through Atlanta, and them drives ain't what they not them Houston drives. They are them drives that, baby, they be sitting and playing in traffic. Like playing in traffic. Like they don't be moved for nothing.
Uber. You got Uber and you get a driver.
Something gonna have to happen because it's like we gonna have to figure this thing through and out.
Yeah,
and I didn't think about the driver idea, Kristi. I didn't think about the driver idea. I think that would be good too.
Because I don't know my way around cities like that. And if you really don't know it, you don't have anybody to show you around. It's always just an option to check into, or just Uber. But I am of the notion, Kristi Law is of the notion that if you can drive in H.E.R. in Dallas, and I feel like California, then you probably can drive anywhere. Now, and I say, and I say anywhere loosely because we went to DC for a family vacation. My mom wanted to do a family. She just had in her spirit, I want to do a family vacation with all of my family. And we actually did that probably with the August before she passed away. And we just knew we was going to be able to drive in DC. And my brother had several friends that lived in DC from college. And they was like, yeah, no, our streets dip and turn. And there's a lot of one ways. And he was like, y'all can get lost. You can't kind of park on certain streets. So like when you go into areas where the driving is difficult or somebody is telling you, so we end up getting a car service. And we're so glad we did because, yeah, we know how to drive. We know how to follow street signs, but logistically, just knowing how to navigate through somebody else's city, that would have taken us longer trying to figure out how to navigate driving.
Right.
Than going with a native. But yeah, those things are a concern. Yeah. You know, just think about other options to get there. But yeah, you do need a vacation after a vacation. I learned that as a parent because you get home and you're tired from the vacation. So you need a day to recoup, you know, kind of get your clothes washed and get, you know, just kind of get yourself together and just come off of vacation. You know, look at the finances where you overspent. And you know, you got to go and get them ramen noodles because you done spent all your vacation money. You got like, oh, I got to live. So, you know, you got to go get them ramen noodles for next week.
You want to go to Cascades and not skate. No, you're going to skate. You're going to skate for that $25. You going in there, you better skate all the skates out.
Yeah. And then some things you just kind of have to realize we ain't going to be able to do everything that we want to do, unfortunately, because we're only going to be here a certain amount of time. And good thing about cities and states and artifacts and things is that my mama was good to say, you know, it ain't going nowhere. You know, we can come back another trip. Well, our family went to DC twice because, you know, as a matter of fact, 3 times totally. Our last trip was, like I said, DC, but we'd have been to Florida a couple of times. We done did Disney World a couple of times because you just cannot adequately see everything in one trip unless you're going to stay for 2 weeks or so, you know? Mm-hmm. So some stuff you're going to be able to hit, baby girl, and some stuff we're going to, hey, what's your top 5? And let's see what we can do.
But girl, her top 5s is already killing. Her top 3 is killing.
And Groupon is your friend in any city and state.
She did say that. Say that.
Get on Groupon for that city and state. And get them coupons. Coupons is your friend in any city and state. Get on there, baby. It's coupons everywhere. Honey. But Kristi,
we almost got it. They almost got us for $40 per person on the MLK tour. And then they say we're gonna walk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna walk.
It's free. Kristi, it's free.
But it's gonna have some things for you to buy along the way that you're gonna end up.
Girl, I was reading the reviews of the tour. It's free. The people said everywhere they took them, it was free. And the people said they was going, one person say, now we were supposed to go in Martin's birth home. We didn't make it in time. And we paid $40 for it.
I bet you they would have made it in time.
I don't want to go with that to a guy. But Martin home is free. You know, you just have to get up early and go see Martin now. Early. Yeah, baby, she was on Groupon. Yes, she was. She was talking about Groupon. That baby said Groupon so fast. And I was like, okay, kid, let's see what it is we're gonna do. But I just was like, vacation to vacation. You're gonna need a vacation to vacation.
Yeah, I'm vacationing next month. I'm going on a cruise. And because I ain't gonna probably it's partying. We're gonna have a good old time. When I come back, I'm not going straight to work that next day.
Yeah. You have to have a vacation. A rest.
I gotta take a day. Thank you, Jesus, I work from home.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She was even looking up flights. Yes, she was.
Yeah, go on Google Flights. Google Flights normally have
Google Flights. Okay.
Just get on Google Flights. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna definitely look that up.
A good travel agent will tell you the good days to book and the good days to look for flights, because there's a certain day. I think it's Tuesdays. The day of the week is what
Tuesdays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Flights are typically cheap on Tuesday, and going directly to the airport and purchasing directly from the airport will give you a cheaper flight as well.
Oh, you sure right. Going to the counter.
When directly from the counter will save you quite a bit of money, actually. So,
I want to know how can I get my nonprofit organization
use them
over there, because that's what really is them taxes.
Yeah, use all those resources. But I have a good travel agent friend, and she's an entrepreneur on the child welfare side, and she gives me good advice. And in turn, when she's just getting started in her full entrepreneurship of doing agencies, and she calls me, and we have good dialogue, and she's one of the ones where, she's doing good, so she'll call, I'll just give advice, and in turn for trips and stuff like that, because she is also a travel agent. I call her and say, so we switch and swap advice and each other's perspective fields, and you know, it's a good working relationship that we don't take advantage of each other's knowledge. She's like, hey, I'll pay you if I need to. But so yeah, she's giving me a lot of tips and tricks to the travel industry and those type of deals. So
well, we may need to get her to come on and just give a few items of knowledge out and really plug her in, because we all about making sure that honey baby is setting that platform for people to get their business kicked and going. Yes,
she does pretty good. But going to the counter. Google Flights will do a search with all airlines. You just get on Google Flights. So
we definitely need to get that done, because that is something that is very important. I really do like that we are taking our children to travel more these days than ever before, than the one vacation travel trip, which is to the family reunion down in the country. We're doing much better. We're doing much better as a culture, people. I love it. I love it. We're really truly taking these kids and they're exploring the world. And so just for her to have these ideas of different places that she want to go, she's like, I want to be at the state. And I'm like, Lord. I said, Jayla, let's start right now. This is your first flight, so let's start in the state. I'm trying to fly to Dallas. She's like, no,
go ahead and get you a good old flight. That Dallas flight is gonna be bumpy, and it's just 45 minutes, a small little plane. Go ahead and go for the gusto, girl. I think my first flight was to DC.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready for the whole. She's ready for the whole thing, and I'm like, all right, Jay, let's just. At this point, it's like, it's not even a problem. All the problems is yours. I just need you to get me to my solution destination. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So I'm like, well, so if y'all see me sliding a couple of poles, mind your business. Mind your business. I got a kid I got to work out for. Don't
mind your business.
Just mind your business. Mind your business.
Move, puppy.
Just mind your business. That's all I can say to the people. Mind your business. But yeah, I love it. I love the fact that, hey, we had that conversation. She has an idea of what she want to do. And I think too is that we really truly should spend some type of time, at least quarterly, of taking ourselves somewhere where we really literally unplug from things and really seriously go out and just have a good time. Like the cruise life, the flying, the staycations, just something that you need to really seriously reward yourself. I am really big about, you should not work hard and work every day on a job in your business where you don't take yourself somewhere. Or no, you got to take yourself somewhere. And you got to intentionally take yourself somewhere to do some intentional things. Like, you really should be able to do something and have something to come back with. Like you said, that overspending of some kind of little souvenir or trinket or something that you like, you need to bring something back with yourself to remind you to say, I want to go back there. But
it's important.
You got to do something. You really should do something. Like, don't sit around and just let everybody around you talk about travel and where they've been, and you're sitting there like, ooh, I can't wait to go. Oh, one day. Baby, one day is now. Today is your one day. Let's get it in.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when there is so many ways to travel now, Kristi. So many ways.
Yeah. I started self-care trips. Ooh. Probably, I think my oldest had just graduated high school. I started therapy. I guess I'm like 40, 41, maybe 40. Anywho, I started self-care trips. And it was a way for me to, kind of control my anxiety a little bit and just kind of lose control of situations. I was, just like to have things things planned out and things such. And I never forget, my therapist was like, do you take time for yourself? I'm like, time for myself? Like, what's that? And so, like, that was one of my assignments, to just go and be with no agenda. Nothing, no agenda, just go and be and just go with the flow and feel the day and just that type of deal. And I would do that once a month. And then I started gradual, like with just going. I think the first place I went to was like Baybrook or something, just kind of stayed in that area. And child, before I knew it, I was like, hey, I'm gonna run Lake Charles for a weekend, or I'm gonna run the Lafayette, or I'm gonna run the Beaumont. I would just pick somewhere, and I would really have no agenda. I did not take a book. I didn't take work stuff. It was straight. What do you want to do? How are you feeling? And it did wonders for me. And so when COVID hit, actually is when it kind of stopped, because the world stopped when COVID hit. And but I've recently got back to it to where I'll just do nothing, or make sure I go on a girls trip, or hey, this the weekend, I'm gonna be in my room, don't nobody bother me. And I have no young kids and nothing, so it really works out well. If I can say don't nobody bother me, then it can happen, because I don't have anybody to really look after. But I'm more intentional. I'm more intentional about going back to taking my time to just debrief just on life and just whatever. And when I started that, I can feel when I need it again, because things that don't normally bother me is starting to bother me a little bit. So I sit back and be like, oh, I need to take another staycation. Or because with work, sometimes whenever we monitor, I get a chance to travel and stay in a hotel and kind of be able to be away. And sometimes I'm here, and sometimes I try to use that, but sometimes that don't work because I'm working and you're not really like resting. So yes, I'm away from my home, which I think is important. The change of scenery is very important. And I'm somewhere else, but I'm still working. So, I'm just more intentional about just going places. At the end of this month, my cousin, she and I, we have, been talking about linking up again for like a long time, and her kids are grown and in college, and, my kids is grown, and she lives in Austin now, and she just moved there like a year ago. And so we're having just a cousin girl weekend, the last weekend of this month. I was like, look, what you doing on this date? Baby, we called each other, and the only thing on our agenda is to find a spa that ain't gonna take all our little money, and we going to brunch on Sunday and and check it. She has a house in Austin. She was like, nope, we getting a hotel suite. We gonna act like we having a sleepover, and look, we grown ups in our 40s. We might end up in onesies, child, and just just have a good old time. So brunch and a spa's on the agenda. And listen, we are like two little kids, two cousins that can't wait to get together and spend a night with each other. When you're young, you like, girl, it's almost time for you to come over for the weekend. And what we gonna do? That is how we are with sending each other stuff. I think she tagged me on Facebook with someplace in Austin just yesterday. She was like, "What you think about this?" I'm like, so when I tell you we are like uber excited, but like we need that, and she's intentional about walking me through this journey, without my mom. She lost her mom, which her mom and my mom were first cousins, but she lost her mom. Oh gosh, she was like early 20s. And so she's helping me navigate this walk, baby. And so so I just say that to say that self-care is important, and just hanging out and just getting out doesn't have to cost tons of money. You can just change the scenery does amazing to the brain. And so right there to Austin, we're gonna be, and we just gonna have a good old time. And it ain't gonna cost us a lot of money. Brunch and the spa. We're gonna dress up probably Saturday night, and we might go out and this and that. And my people know, hey, this weekend I'm gonna be with my cousin. That's emergency room calls, anything emergency, ring my phone. Other than that, I let everybody know, hey, I'm alive. Good morning. Blah blah blah. Everybody good? After that, this is where I'm at. And so it's gonna be refreshing. Like
all about you. Yeah, it's all about you.
So I encourage everybody to do that. Like however you can, save up for it, put it away, stack it up. Kristi, I don't have money to go get a hotel. Save it up.
And there's like you said, Groupon.
Get some.
Join the rewards Whatever they got as far as what, baby, rack them points up.
Get AAA, it's all kind of discounts out there. I mean, you know, so it's just worth it to go and treat yourself. And if you can't do nothing but get away and just go stay in the hotel and enjoy the hotel pool. Get a hotel with an inside pool or something if you want, and just enjoy the inside of the hotel pool with the TV in the room and listen, that those things they do wonders for you, and just have a good time. So yeah, vacationing by yourself with family, everything is important. And I do understand the vacation after the vacation, because that's just real, baby. This cruise next month, we're leaving out of New Orleans, and look, when I put my time in, I took off the day before the cruise because I know I'm gonna drive in the day before. I'm gonna sleep with my homegirl Lafayette, and then we're gonna drive in like the morning of, because you don't typically dock and board till like midday on the cruise. Okay. But I already know I'm driving in the day before with her, and we gonna start acting a fool the day before the cruise. So I'm taking off that day before, and I know coming back, honey, I might not drive back the minute I get out that boat, because I know it ain't gonna be that much sleep. So I might have to stay a day between New Orleans and Lafayette and just rest, and then get up and drive back. Or I may just I'm so grateful for my job. I may just go spend the rest of the week in Lake Charles with my dad. Just have my work computer. But you need those. You need that. And look, we can't wait either. We acting like teenage girls too. Can't wait to get on the cruise and just have a good old non-judgmental, let your hair down, girls time, girls night.
That's the word right there, Kristi. That's the word. Let your hair down. Judgmental night.
You know, when I go
judgment
home,
zone.
I can just be Kristi Bellord. You know, they were, you know, it's one of those things, like, you know, the girls crew that we normally cruise with, or we do our girls trip with, you know, everybody's, you know, great and professionally, everybody's, you know, great mothers, you know, all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But when we get together, it's like, you ain't the mama, you ain't the professional, you just Kristi. Yeah, you wrote a book, yeah, you did, that's wonderful, but hey girl, you Kristi today. And I'm like, and here's me, finally, you know, ain't nobody asking for no professional advice. We ain't talking politics. We talking like, girl, do you see what girl, let me see that swimsuit. Yes. You know, we building each other up. You know,
turtleneck in your short.
Listen, you about to kill it tonight. What? That's what we doing? Oh, I mean, we're that type of girl clique, you know, and it's the same thing. Now, sis, you can't wear that tonight. You know, we that crew be like, no, I can't let you look like that. No, put that outfit up.
And that turtleneck on.
Look, now put that up. But here, throw this on. You know, like we're that kind of girls, kind of girls clique. So we're excited. It's, you know, it's a lot of theme nights on the cruise, and you know, it's the 80s, 90s night, and we was like, let's go. It's 3 of us on this girls trip, so we was like, let's go as TLC. I'm like, bet, let's do that. So, you know, we got us a little, you know, doing a little TLC outfit, and you know, we tasteful with it, the big overalls, the baggy overalls, and all of that. So we ready, and that's, babe, I'm on the countdown for next month's cruise, honey.
I'm excited to see the pictures.
Let me tell you something. It ain't even gonna be that many pictures. So if you get a picture, it might be directly to you. Because when I mean, you might get some, and you might get some in me in my room, hey, or you might get some of the water. But when I'm cruising and we all hanging out,
you enjoy.
You know, we may post a couple of pictures, but you know, I know there's gonna be some celebrities on there, you know, on the boat and all of that stuff, but you know, because of whose cruise it is. But other than that, child, you know, I don't post none of my 2-piece pictures. You know, I don't post none of my 2-piece pictures on the and none of my bathing suit pictures.
Right now we do it. You gonna get about 2 pictures
for the world.
And looking around, we're trying to see where we at. We're trying to see where we at. We're trying to locate it.
Yeah, I don't, you know, so we'll see how many pictures the world gets. We'll see. But
if we
yeah.
if
So,
we as the world don't get in it, I'm good for it because that's what I'm talking about. I like that kind of good old fun. And listen, you have the memory and the moment. And I've been getting that conversation like all week. Nikki, you sure ain't post a lot of pictures from your part and wasn't. No.
I saw
that one picture of you. I saw that one video of you. I said, y'all like to have a heart attack because you saw half a side of my stomach and my little love handle. Y'all almost went crazy. So just imagine, had you seen all the videos that was there?
Had to be there.
You had, what is it? You should be here. That look.
You should have been here. And that's just that on that.
Just know, we had a good time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, all that to say, self-care is important. I know I'm excited. I'm more intentional about traveling and taking more time for myself. I'm still a big component. You work hard, you need to play hard. But I noticed that's the advice I would give a lot of people. And then I had to start taking my own advice. Kristi, you work hard too. You deserve to just go on a cruise. Like I know last year, I think I went to Mexico twice, then a couple of months. And folks on this little blue app, they like to count your coins and be like, well, wasn't you just in Mexico? And was. And it was. You went twice in the same year? I did. I went twice in the same quarter. And what?
Yeah.
And what?
Is there a limit or something? Because it seems as if you're supposed to only go somewhere.
Ain't no limit on my passport.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Brown. We miss you too. Good morning, Miss Lisa Brown. We miss you.
Friday.
Yeah. We back, Miss Lisa. We've been on vacation. It's been Aries season, and I've been celebrating my birthday, and Kristi has been enjoying her vacation. And so, we back. We back in full effect. We back. We talking about just traveling and recapping and running things back and how we supposed to travel. And we're back. So, Kristi, you're supposed to only is there a limit? Is there a limit of times that you can go somewhere?
I don't know.
Because I got one friend, she loves Mexico. Like she want to buy a house there and everything because every time they go somewhere, she's like, I'm going to Mexico. We're going to Mexico. We're going to Mexico. I love Mexico.
But why
not? She go. I told her, go buy you a house over there because, girl, you really into it.
And why
listen. Not? She said, I feel your tourist season is on deck.
And it
is.
We let Lisa, when is your birthday? My mom was a Taurus. So when is your birthday, Miss Lisa? Yes, Taurus season is on deck. My mom's birthday is coming up. My brother, my godfather. It's quite a few Tauruses that I have in my life.
Coming in, huh?
That I have in my life. But yeah.
She May 16th.
Okay. Okay, my brother is May 11th. Okay,
that's good.
My brother's May 11th.
He could have been April 11th. That's my birthday, so
we've been a little early. That's okay. May 11th. My mom was May 4th. Mother's Day falls always on in the middle of those. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with a Taurus. I got some Tauruses in my life. I got some decent Tauruses in my life. Lady Eve is a Taurus. Her birthday is May 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite a few Tauruses. Look at me remembering birthdays. That is normally not my strong suit, remembering a birthday. I think May 4th I will remember because that was my mom's birthday. So the people that May 4th, I know those. But I am horrible at remembering birthdays. Like that is I don't know if we want to call it a character flaw or what, but and here's the deal. I love birthdays. Like I love celebrating mine. I think the world should stop on your birthday. Like people who don't celebrate birthdays, like that's just like beyond.
Like, what are you doing?
But you know what? And we grew up in a home where we celebrated birthdays, but my brother's not a big birthday celebrator. He's more of those, it's just another day. He's like that. My oldest son is like that, but some people are just, that's just what they are. But me, the world stops. I think the world should stop on your birthday. I think the world should stop, and that's just that on that. But isn't that crazy how I don't remember nobody else's birthday? It's difficult for me to remember other people's
Listen, let me tell you
I don't
something.
know what that's about.
I think I call people. I think I call people the day before, the day after their birthday. I very seldom can get it the day of. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Yes, my girlfriends went on 4 cruises last year, and she gone alone.
Yes.
Okay, and that's her downtime and her mental refresher. Okay.
Let me tell you something. That water, being on the water, just does something. And cruise, you can't get unless you pay for the total internet package.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's right. And I celebrate the whole month of September, baby, from the 1st to the 30th. 31 days in September. That many days. I do it the whole day. Do it the whole month. But it's something about being on that water and you don't have full access to your cell phone unless you were paying for full access to it, and not having that phone ring and not having to worry about checking the email and being in that Gulf, baby. It's just something. It's just something. But you know what? Water is powerful on both ends of the spectrum.
Oh, yes, it is.
On both ends of the spectrum. It can do damage, but it brings clarity. So I feel that. I feel that. I mean, I'm cruising twice this year. Let me just let the world know. So when you see me, you're gonna probably say you cruising again. I'm telling you now, she is cruising twice this year, intentionally, on purpose, pre-planned. Because you know why? Because I'm grown and I can, and I work hard.
Well, my question would always be,
and I want to be, and I want to,
and I'm gone. And how much did you want to contribute for your words and advice and encouragement?
And I'm
You
gone.
can always be a contributor.
And I'm excited. But cruises, I mean, like, let's just be honest. Like, somebody did a study while we were on cruises. Somebody did a study that they compared a person like being in a nursing home or one of those like retirement villages. They compared the cost of that for a year versus like someone cruising for a year. And they said that it was cheaper for somebody just to cruise the entire year versus being like paying a retirement home or whatever. And I believe that it's not expensive to cruise. Like, you plan early and pay that mug off. And grown and sexy. That's right. And so, and like when you think about it, a cruise, how many times we went away for a long weekend? And I tell people this all the time. I'm like, a cruise, a Thursday to a Monday, there's a lot of cruises leave right out of Galveston on Thursday. And you back on dock Monday by 8, 7 in the morning. That's technically a long weekend. You can run to Mexico on a long weekend. It's relaxing. It's not crazy expensive. Man, do that for yourself. It's a Thursday to a Monday. So, like, when you break things down like that in the grand scheme of things, you ain't got to go on the big 5, 7, 14 day unless you want to. You don't have to do all of that. And everything is paid for. I mean, if you want to get extras, your alcohol, your sodas and things like that. But
don't they let you bring that they let you bring sodas onto the boat?
They do?
They let you bring a case of sodas.
Because they charge you for it on the boat. They let you bring like a bottle of wine. They let you bring a bottle of wine, but typically stuff that they charge for on the boat, they don't let you just bring free, just willy-nilly free will, because how else the boat gonna make their money on those extra things? So they I've never tried to bring any sodas on the boat because they typically charge you for that on the boat. But even regardless, I mean, there's packages.
So with your food, what is all your food?
It's
food
paid for.
Is free.
Everything is inclusive.
You pay for your things, but
when you're paying for your cruise, you're paying for everything.
Sodas, right?
You're gonna pay additional for your sodas and for your liquor, or before you get on your cruise, there's packages. There's a bubbles package where you can pay for unlimited sodas, juice, that type of deal. That's extra on the boat, or you can pay for unlimited alcohol. So you can prepay for unlimited alcohol, unlimited sodas, and then when you get on there, you ain't got to worry about paying per drink. People that like to drink, they're heavy drinkers. I always tell them, you might want to go and get that package, because they don't pour them drinks like they pour them in the club, not on a cruise boat, because they ain't trying to have 50 million drunk folks walking around. They're just not. They're going to pour them a certain way, and you're going to keep coming back, especially if you're a heavy drinker, because, again, they ain't trying to have a bunch of intoxicated strangers on a boat in the middle of the Gulf.
Not
So
hanging on the side of the boat.
Yeah. So just What that and safety. Some people aren't happy drunks. Some people are violent drunks, and you
true.
can't have a bunch of people just, you're the type of drunk you are. But yeah, but there's packages for that. You just throw that in with your price, and it's unlimited. But your food is unlimited, and it's tons of food. There are a couple of they'll have like certain restaurants that if you want to just do something different and something special that is not included with your dinner, you can just pay extra to go to a special steak restaurant or whatever. But other than that, all your food is paid for. You're going to dock one day on a 4-day cruise. You're going to dock, and you can do whatever you want to do when you dock. Normally, me and my girlfriends, we find like a private beach somewhere and they take you there. You're going to pay a certain amount, but it's pesos. So you ain't paying a lot of money. And you give a Mexican person American money, baby. That's struck gold. Yeah. They go a long way. And then you go and you find an inclusive island in in Mexico. And then you might decide to do that or go on an excursion, but it's worth it. Like, it's worth it. It's like a resort. Everything is already paid for. All you can eat all day. If you wake up at 2 a.m. and you want a pizza, you press that button. Can you send a pizza to this room, please? And they're on the way. I like it. Now, some people they're like, I can't not be on the water. Like, and I know that there's no other land around me. Like, some people can't get that out their head. Like, oh my God, like there's no land around me. What if the boat sinks? Well, what if the plane go down? That's just what I tell people. What if the plane go down? But some people, that's a real thing. Yeah. They cannot be on the boat with no land around. And I get it. I get it if that's a big fear.
And it's a professional cruisers. Like what you said about the seniors. Like, they go from boat to boat. From boat to boat, like that's their life.
And you build credits. Like, one of the friends that we're cruising with, she's, I think, a gold member on Carnival, and baby, she books her cruises next to nothing because she's cruised so many cruises, and it's like you get credits on the boat, like it's like you're a certain status or a certain tier. Yeah. But I personally enjoy a cruise. Yes, I've been on one where it stormed. Yes, I've been on one where the boat was rocky. Yes, I've been on some where I'm like, Lord, you should come and get us all together on the boat. Yes, I've been on one where I was like, okay, Lord, now this boat gonna go down. I'm gonna need you to knock me out because I ain't trying to drown. I done been on. Yes,
please be still, Jesus.
I've been on all of those before. But hey, it is what it is. But I enjoy a good cruise. I enjoy a good cruise. It's just I enjoy a good cruise. You meet so many people from all different places. And it's everything on there. It's clubs, it's gambling, it's game shows, it's just bars. It's just fun. It's just walk around the boat. It's just, to me,
comedy
it's just good
shows, everything.
It's so
if you have not been on it, if you have not been on it,
approve a cruise. Go.
Kristi says go to the cruise.
Get on that boat.
Yeah.
That's just me. I love
one cruise I've been on, it was years ago, and that was before you needed passports to go anywhere. And I was young, but it was nice. I need to go again. Mm-hmm. I need to go again because I am a direct flighter. I like to get to the resort. Boom, get on the plane, get there, woo, get my little wristband because it's about to go down. That was my thing. But I need to go back and do a cruise again. So, Tangela, that may need to be something that we offer to Jayla, a cruise to start off.
Hey, offer. But you never know.
They need to offer a cruise first. Let's see.
That's right, Miss Lisa. You literally leave your kids at home. It's good for kids, teenagers. Now
my sister and brother-in-law, they go cruising all the time.
Yeah.
And they have a good time. I always get some beautiful souvenirs back from them. And they tell me all about the adventure and the fun that they had. Yeah. Oh, that's what Dawn wants to do. She wants to do a good morning, Keisha.
Good morning.
Okay, Dawn wants to do a cruise. Okay. Well, we know. Well, that kills the magic for us in October.
Yeah. Cruises are fun. They'll tell you not to cruise during hurricane season.
And we'll still be having to fly to Georgia.
They're cheaper during hurricane season. Cruises are cheaper during hurricane season, obviously for the.
Well, of course, we know why.
And listen, I have cruised during hurricane season, baby. I've cruised twice on my birthday in my 30s. I've literally cruised twice on my birthday.
Yep, because you are doing hurricane season.
And well, this year I'm not going to the hurricane season, but my birthday. And let me tell you something. People is like, you're not scared to be on that water when them storms go run through. And I was like, do you know how big the Gulf of Mexico is? That storm could be on one side of the Gulf and we cruise on the other. And guess what else? Yeah. Can't cruise that. Yep, for the 18th birthday, that's gonna be fun. And guess what else? That captain on that ship, they want to be safe, just like you want to be safe, and they know how to go around them storms. They know how to park that boat if they need to park that boat for a couple more days. And hey, I'm good with it. I've cruised during hurricane season, and it has been just fine. So, but hey, it's all.
I do work the hurricane, so I wouldn't be able to go out there. Be my luck. They want to come and join us. Oh, there she goes. She took off, so we gonna find her right here.
Come on. But yeah, it's fun. I think you.
They gonna miss Nikki right there. We gonna meet over there. She went and got on the boat, so we gonna go there and go over there.
Let's go.
God, I ain't asked you to bring the storm to me. Let the storm go, Jesus. Let them go.
Yeah, but it's
definitely.
I think whatever you decide to do, self-care is important.
It's very important.
Is important.
It's very important. It's very important. And I like that Miss Lisa said, she has friends that go out and cruise. And ladies and gentlemen, take out some kind of time really seriously. Because I just believe that when you spend this time with yourself, and especially when there's a highlighted time, if you don't know how to self-care, start with your date of birth. That is one day that you guarantee to see yourself being loved and cared for in a way that you never could expect, whether it be from the masses of people or just one individual. But guess what? That right there alone should be enough for you to say, God gave me this day. I got to see this day. Let me care for me on this day. Because self-care is important. It's going, oh my God. I cannot really truly express to you how important it is for you to really get to love it on you.
Yeah.
You better love you. You know why? Because it helps your mindset, your mental, and really get you to a place to say, am I really truly giving all that I have for me? Or am I just waiting on Kristi to give me what I need for me?
Yeah.
Am I really truly expressing to Kristi how important it is for me to have the friendship, the connection? Do I even know how important it is? Or am I the one that's sitting here saying, okay, I'm waiting for Kristi to tell me how important it is for the friendship and the connection? No, self-awareness is important. And we got to start doing this because, Kristi, we got to start saying to ourselves that we are not going to be victims to the circumstances that we really pretty much probably are the ones who set the tone for that to happen. And the fact that you're saying, oh, I work, but I can't. Oh, I work, but I can't. What you working for? So you're going to take yourself out of here in this life and never have an adventure to go with it. I look at some people, Kristi, that they sit around and they don't have not one connection with anything beyond that they have worked for so many years and they've received these little pens off the job and a ink pen and maybe a little, this popcorn is good though, but a little bag of popcorn that them people gave them and said, thank you for your services. And that's all you have to show for yourself. I don't care. Let me tell you something. I don't care about no perfect attendance. Put me down for some days not there. Because me having perfect attendance and I don't have nothing else to show for it, it shows that I was too dedicated. And these people didn't care two fit nets to let me know that it don't even matter.
I tell anybody, take your PTO. Take your vacation time. If you're sick, take your sick. It took me a minute to realize that, because I would pride myself on having extra vacation time or You know, it used to be a badge of honor to work through sickness and hang in there and be tough. That was like the badge of honor on a job until you work yourself sick and you the first ones dying in the family because you done worked yourself to the bone, literally. So I have to be intentional with that because I'll still catch myself saying, I'm gonna take a half a day and then I'm gonna get back to work. And I'll have a supervisor be like, you have sick time. Take the whole day and take care of yourself. Or other people around me be like, man, if you don't take that whole day, I'm like, yeah, Kristi, take the whole day. You know, it's just
what you doing.
It's you know, it's been ingrained in us. And I'm gonna say this, and I know it's almost 8:30, and I gotta get ready for like a 9 o'clock Zoom. But you know, we're taught growing up. You know, I'm gonna always go back to talk growing up.
There we go.
What was one of the things in school? You get a perfect attendance badge if you don't miss no days. You get that certificate called out for everybody.
Yeah, and I did.
We've been taught to push through. You can't miss no days of school. Oh my God, you can't miss no days of school. And you have a lot of kids that's like, I don't want to miss no days because I want to get this and I don't want to have to miss no days. And then we magically want them to grow up in the workforce and say, take a day or take vacation when we pushed through for 18 years to get that certificate. So once again, it carries on to the workplace. It's a great trait to push through. However, we don't learn how to self-care, and we
That's
learn
what
to
Tangela
push.
just said.
I
have a coworker that is like that. I told her, if you die today or tomorrow, your position will be filled next month.
Baby, if it lasts that long.
They got somebody in the queue right now. PTO, prepare the others.
Prepare the others. That's right, Miss Lisa. So, but it took me a minute to do that. It took me a minute to learn that. It took me a minute, and I'm there now, but it took me a long time. And let me tell you something. I was on a job where I met Miss Lisa, and I was the administrator there. And then when it was all said and done, I was the administrator, I was the adoption coordinator, I was doing this and this and this. And when I had resigned, the owner of the company, instead of putting one posting for my position, he posted 2 extra positions. And I said to myself, this man knew this whole time that I was doing 2 or 3 people job. I was dumb enough not to realize it. So I can't put it all on him because I was dumb enough to allow myself to do that. And so I was like, I'm sitting up here doing 2 people jobs, not taking vacation, not taking sick time, making up my time if I took it, had it, but just.
And I was getting ready to say, so Kristi, what happened with your time?
Well, you know, most companies, they pay you out your vacation time. They pay you out what you have. That a lot of times sick time you just lose unless you're working somewhere else. I don't even think the state, when I work for the state, the sick time that you had, I think you just lose your sick time, but you get paid out your vacation time. Or you can donate your sick time to the sick time pool for any of those that use up all their sick time and they may need to get some. But listen, it was, as long as you're willing, they take. Absolutely, Miss Lisa. And literally, when I was like, how is he posted all these positions? I couldn't blame it all on him. But you know what? It came from, let me do it. Let me hustle. Let me grind. That hustle, grind. Let me show you I can handle it. I can take it. That mentality produced me shorten myself, basically, not realizing my worth.
How many raises did they offer you?
Oh, not that many. I had to fight for them. And not because I wasn't doing a good job, but I had to fight for them. So, but guess what?
I'm intrigued to know if the opening offering salary was even connected to the pricing of what they was giving you. Was it like somewhere? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those be my thoughts too. Like,
all I know is that some of the ones that came behind me to replace me. Good morning, Monica. I got a phone call from one of the young ladies who replaced like my administrative position. And probably a year into the position, she called me and she said, you made this look so easy. How in the world did you do this? Because I believe she started having health problems like a year in, like major health problems. Like she had to take a step back and she was like, I had no idea. She was like, you did it and then nobody would ever knew what you dealt with in the back office. I said, I know. I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, I'm going to apologize that I never let you know what the back office looked like. I said, but I can take a beating in the back office and come in front of my staff and smile like I had just had the most best productive meeting ever. Because to me, that's just part of being a supervisor. Sometimes you go to war in the back office and then you come out of back on the battlefield like you ain't been to war. But yeah, I said, oh yeah, man. Yeah. There was a lot of 2-4 o'clock emails and responding and this and that and on vacation, placing kids and this and that. But guess what? I allowed that treatment. I taught this person how to treat me because I could have easily said, I'm off. Don't email me. And stuck by my guns. So I've learned to be that person too. I used to say, oh my God, I can't believe they did that to me. What happened? You let them? Come on. That was some therapy on myself. Yeah. That was like, where's your role in it? You teach people how to treat you.
That's true.
And I taught him how to treat
Lisa me. She said she worked for a job and they wanted to pay you 4 hours for the vacay days you had left. And they were fools that brought into that. I can get 8 hours if I just take my days. Listen, Ms. Lisa.
Yeah,
I'm going to take my 8 for 400, Alex. Tell to say I learned that when I saw my dad go to work sick, he rode the bus to work. We had no idea he was at the bus stop just sitting because his ankles and feet were swollen so that he couldn't even walk.
Yeah.
Next thing we know, our neighbors actually carried him back to the house. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We learned that from our elders. And here's the deal. In that time, they had to work, to feed the family. Or those were the times where they finally let us into those state jobs and those government jobs and those good jobs. And it was just passed along. Hey, you get these jobs, you go there, don't make no trouble, don't try to move up, because we were finally brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's just every generation gonna take it differently. But we've learned to sit at those jobs, like you said, and just take that pen and take that popcorn. Another reason why I kind of do love this generation. One thing I do love about them, they'll come to the H.E.R table and be like, no, I did my research and this position starts off at 90 to 100K. You ain't offering me 70. So what?
Yeah.
And no, I ain't got no other job, but I'm a respectfully decline. And you're not about to cut. 9 o'clock is my starting time. Don't call me before 9 o'clock. And I get off at 5. So at 5:05, I'm in my car.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that with the new generation. Yeah, that's boundaries.
And they will leave. They will leave the 90K on the table and burn off on you. And do not give you a notice to go with it.
That's know they worth. I used to be like, this generation, they don't understand work ethic. So do they not understand work ethic? This is me working on me, or do they know boundaries? And our generation didn't know boundaries.
Yeah.
And it could be a combination of both. Now, it's some out there that don't know work ethic. And I'm gonna put that out there. It is some that don't know work ethic. But I applaud this generation and their boundaries. I will applaud this generation and their boundaries. Yeah. You hired me from 9 to 5:30. Why are you expecting me to work till 7 without giving me prior notice? Job, you want me to give you prior notice for my sick day. You give me prior notice if you want me to stay till 6 or 6:30. I applaud this generation for doing that. Yeah, I really do. You can learn a lot from this generation on that aspect. I know I have. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. So, but like, where's the lie though? Like, where's the lie in that? But so I saw that to say, everybody take your sick days, take your vacation days. That's why you got them. You're gonna keep earning them. Ain't no more badge of I retired, girl. I had 20 leftover vacation time. Quit. That is no longer a badge of honor.
No badge of honor.
For Kristi Law. Why I got all this sick time left? Oh, wait a minute. I got all this personal days. Wait, let me get to taking them. They give it to you. Take it.
And I think they give it to you with an idea that you're not gonna never take it, which we do that good.
Because guess what? They know we not, and they know we not. Baby, listen. Our job give us so many personal days plus vacation plus 6. So, baby, I love a good personal day because that means I can just tell you I'm taking a personal day today. Those don't have to be pre-scheduled. I'm taking a personal day.
Yeah.
I've learned to do that. And it don't even have to have no reason. You may just won't feel like getting up that day. Oh, I got personal day hours.
Yeah.
I won't be in today. I won't be in today. It's personal because I want to stay in bed and watch TV. That's my personal.
Yeah. Miss Lisa, I train them drops that yearly. Okay.
Absolutely,
Take it out.
Miss Lisa.
Take out them fast. Yeah. Because the only thing they can say is the simple, you gotta go. That's it. That's it. That's all.
I love it. I love it. But that comes from a scarcity mentality. We've never had it, and so we're scared it's gonna go away. So we have this thing about saving things. And so we just by default we just save them. Let me just save it in case something come up. You come up. You came up, and so don't save it. But it's a mindset. It's just a mindset that we kind of just have to shift. And that's just that on that. It's that on that. So that's my spiel.
See, I love that. Good conversation. And so, what we need to talk about next week, Kristi?
We'll come up with something. I don't know. I don't know right now.
Trust me. We're gonna have something for y'all to know about. Come on back next week. We are back in it. Early birds. We back out here getting our worms and doing what we got to do. Making sure we give you guys that encouragement. I hope you guys have had an amazing vacation with us. We have had an amazing vacation with you guys. And so we back again. We back at it again. We know a lot of stuff has transpired and happened while we was on vacation. People have been out here acting real crazy, afraid and losing their little minds, but we're going to help them. Kristi, the teacher, has talked. She had something to say. I got to send you that video. The teacher has said what she needs to say. And I got tickled. Bless her heart, she's a good teacher. But I got tickled when she was saying, I'm a good church lady, Sunday school. I'm in the dance ministry. I teach drill dance and all that. Somebody in the comments going to say, I knew you was a dancer.
I'm here for it.
It be the comments for me. We sure know how to make people try to do something. And like her husband said, what's under her clothes is under her clothes. And I was like, get him, husband, get him. He's like, what's under her clothes is under her clothes. And you never would have known what was under her clothes if the lady didn't have to fight.
Here's the deal.
She had the drawers alone.
But she had some on. And if she didn't want to have none on, that's her business too.
That's her business. Like I said, that's her business. Nobody went in today to say, oh, let me put my drawers on because I'm going to be fighting the kid. No, that's that woman stuff. Let her have her clothes on the way she want to have her clothes on. Quit policing people's drawers, underwear. So I'm going to send you that video. Maybe we can talk about that teacher's response.
Yeah.
And everything. Because she said it. She said, I don't care whether they, she said, I was charged, the young girl was charged. She said, but once my charges are clear, I'm still not going back. See, now we done lost another good teacher because somebody don't want to behave correctly and all that other extra stuff that goes with. So shame on y'all parents. Let's get these kids together. All right, let's pray. God, we thank you for this day. This is the day, Lord, that you have made. God, we sure rejoice and be glad in it. God, I thank you for each and every person. God, thank you for a beautiful week. God, so far, God, we thank you. Take us into the weekend safely, God, as you travel. God, safe travels. And God, I ask right now that you just keep us, God. And God, continue to bless us and give us more. And we just trust you. We believe. We stand on the promises and take you at your word, God. God, I pray right now that something was said today where we did encourage somebody in their own self-care, their own self-value, of their worth of themselves, God, that they're going to move forward, God, and with an intention, God, that they want, Father God, to be better. And God, I just ask right now that you please give those persons the finances that they need in order to be able to care for themselves, God, and help them, Father God, and give them the blessings, God, of understanding. And we trust you, God. We believe and we stand on your promises. And it is so in Jesus' name. Amen. Listen, it's not about what we say. It's about how we make you feel. Amen. I hope I made you feel some type of way. Have a good day. Bye, Kristi.